To wish is to hope, and to hope is to expect. To expect is to look forward to the future you will never have. Before we are born, our parents have a preconceived idea of how we'll be. But sadly, before we're born, we fail to meet their expectations. Well, maybe you didn't, but I know I did. Tarisiro. Tarisiro is my name, and expectation is my claim to fame. All my life, people have been anxiously anticipating what will come of me, biting their nails in hope that my life will live up to their expectations. But who knew that my reality would have to be so far up in the clouds just to scrape their anticipation, a prospect which mirrors perfection. Looking at the mirror of my failures and seeing how far off I am from the person I'm meant to be, barely being able to recognize the person staring back at me, yet I'm trying to be the best me that I could possibly be. C'est la vie. No, in fact, it's not life. Life shouldn't be a constant fight against a predicted hope, a sprint up a steep slope. You see, all my life I was expected to be nothing short of perfection, and fearing rejection, I didn't want to disappoint. I didn't want fingers to point at my sinful nature, which made me a failure. I was afraid of these expectations which were laid upon me. Would people see the Jesus within me? You have to go to the top university, you have to get the top grades, you have to conform to the patterns of this world. But what if people knew that there was life outside of all these fixed patterns? Once these patterns are broken, a new world emerges, a world of hope, a world in which we can all cope, a world in which we don't have to avoid disappointment. Instead, we appoint our appointment with happiness. You see, all my life I've been trying to sever myself from this perfect ideal, this unrealistic appeal to be flawless. But then I realized that these expectations made a path for every step. They helped me develop an idea to look beyond myself and to put the greatest effort into every single thing I do. Because you see, the world says when you have expectations, you're setting yourself up for sorrow. But I say when you have expectations, you are setting yourself up for tomorrow. Because you see, expectations shape your existence. Expectations paint a lovely picture, her imagination the paintbrush, and her belief the canvas. Expect great things from God, attempt great things from God. But the only way to do this is if we lose our lives in order to gain Christ. We can't try to avoid disappointment, because this is just making room for failure. Instead, we must drop this attitude and we must surrender everything completely into the hands of God. And once we do this, we will experience true life in Christ. We will experience resurrection in Jesus, resurrection of all the expectations we never lived up to.